So what keep you motivated to be entrepreneur, a real estate investor, a mother, a wife, and they still find time for yourself, for you not to lose who you are and to get into your destination? What do keep you motivated to be doing all these different things to keep figuring out who you are?
I guess to provide the best possible future for my family. So again, every little step is a step forward. So even if I do 5 things and I meant to do 20 things, that's still 5 things I did, right? So celebrating the activity and just making sure there's more activity. So I think about my 3 kids and I think about the things I wish I would have known and I wish I would have had when I got out of college. And if I can at least kind of start those seeds, whether or not they choose to do anything with it is on them, but at least I introduced
You
the
explore,
information.
you giving
Exactly.
them more data that they ever had before, because I didn't have those. And I think that's our job. You know, sometimes even my kids' friends, they come in and ask me questions, and I'm like, I'm impressed because they are like teenagers, and you know, like, wait, what does your mom do again? Does she buy house? And then all of a sudden they start sending old house falling apart where they are. So I think I love, because I'm not just changing my boys' visions, but all their some of their friends as well. And that is super exciting.
It is super exciting.
To know that I am exchanging, giving back to the community. That is even the younger generation. And I think that is that always reward me on that. Does money motivate you?
I guess the freedom of money motivates me. So I don't have to have the fanciest car and I don't have to live in the biggest house, but I want to have enough of a safety net where if I want to take off 2 months, I can, because I want to go to Europe and I want to travel and I want to have this experience. And I don't have to worry about, is my boss going to approve it? Like I've set it up where I make the choices, right? And so you have to have the money to be able to do that.
So does that mean you're going to Europe for a couple months here in the near future?
Yes.
Where are you going?
So I'm going, I say France, but it's really Europe. We're going to Paris for the Olympics. And once I started buying the tickets, I realized it's all over France. It's not in Paris. So we'll start in Amsterdam, go to Paris, go to London. Still planning it. Maybe we'll make up some stuff while we go, but we'll be gone for 5 weeks.
That's fantastic. I'm excited. And I think, you know, does money bring you happiness?
I think what you do with the money is what brings you the happiness.
You know, and have that ability to take your family on a trip like this is a dream. Because, you know, some people dream their entire life, save their entire life to finally go to a trip like this.
Absolutely.
And the fact that you already exploring and doing it, I think this is amazing. I think since I became a real estate investor, I always try to give it back to the community. And since I became a real estate investor, I feel like I give it back every time I speak with a homeowner or a coworker or someone that is next to me. To get them to a better place that they were yesterday. How do you feel, and how do you do it? How do you give it back to the community?
So I guess in a couple of ways. From the investor perspective, I do host a weekly meetup. I try to focus on everybody increasing their ability to connect and who they know and their knowledge. Because if we're all successful together. In addition to that, through investing and bringing in that income, I can spend more time in the community. I can be active in the PTO. I have a number of things that I do with disadvantaged youth, and I can spend more time there, and I can help them understand that there are options. And it just frees up a lot of what I'm able to do with my time. I actually have time for my hobbies and have time for myself.
How do you find time? Because my kids are teenage now, so they're not little anymore. It's hard to find the time. And be okay and not feeling guilt, because the agenda, the to-do list is always bigger than what I can accomplish. How do you not feel guilt, and how do you are able to you still find hobby that you enjoy, but you still give it back? How do you manage that mentally?
I guess mentally, I have to think about what my priorities and my values are. And I frequently, probably twice a month, think back on where did I spend my time, and does it line up with what I think is important? And if it doesn't, then I'm not prioritized like I should be. But that comes back to having enough money. Like, you have to be paying your bills. You know, your kids need the food and the clothes. You have to have that in place to be able to do the next. So I just always make sure that I stay true to myself. Like I said, I came out of college saying I don't want a 9-to-5 job. I want to spend time with my kids. I want to be active in their communities and their schools. So if I'm not doing that, I made a mistake somewhere along the way. So when I feel really busy and I'm saying no to the communities that are asking me for things, maybe I need to catch up. Maybe it's okay for a few weeks, but then I need to get back to saying yes, because that's important. And doing investing and doing these things allows me to make those choices.